Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional. So current time of 9:36 a.m. on the Eastern time on November 22nd on Tuesday. Hope you guys have a good week so far and happy Tuesday. With respect to Ethereum, $121, up about 1.4% so far. On the overall crypto market, as you can see on the left side of the chart, the key coins are relatively green at the moment. With respect to the altcoins side of the house is also green, but relatively mixed bag. But across the spectrum, I would say the highest you can see is up about 6.5%. The lowest is just flat at the moment. Oh, it seems like Litecoin's also pumping at 12.5% so far. Definitely some specific micro affectation that's driving it to go up from here. Just take a look at the technical lunar fact that this is, kind of peaking out in comparisons to the rest of the market. It seems like there's definitely something interesting going on. On a technical front, it didn't really indicate any sort of pump, but we know that this is a relatively abnormal. It has to do something very specifically onto its micro affectation. And looking at the technical as well, very extended on the weekly front. You can see that we're matching with the previous resistance level. Daily is also have some room to go up from here. It seems like we're just levitating, but I think ideally going all the way up to 70 out of 70, which means that we still have some more room to run up to. But if you look at a technical analysis, you could see that we have met with the $70 earlier today. And is that it? Let's see if there's a next level up. It seems like if we were able to form this cup and handle, we can form halfway at 65 and then continue to pump up to the next level of 75, and then the next level leap up is going to be 85. So definitely high risk profile, but with respect to the monthly, you could see that we are looking for a rebound, right? Very, very soft landing, looking for a glide, and this is indicating clearly on the monthly. And on the index front, that was just a more of an opportunistic approach looking at Litecoins, just to revisit our technical fundamentals. Seems like monthly on the stock front is still relatively gliding. Weekly it is still have some room to run up to. We are relatively neutral at 50 out of 70. Daily it is looking to it's quite risky. You can see that clearly we've been quite extended. We tried to cross down once, but it seems that we've been attempting to. So what I foresee us doing is that today's a green day because of the Best Buy news, because of the China COVID news. Seems like it's subsiding a little bit, but I think coming down to the next level of 387, minimally to all the way down to 380 would be a high possibility for it to retest again before we pump up. So something to understand and just to hedge against before all of this will unfold in front of us. So let's just take a look at the technical. But before we do that, let's maybe take a look at the news front. Obviously today's a green day, but I would say it's more of a mixed day, knowing the fact that the FTX is still lingering. Seems like on a high level you could see that they have still about 1.27 billion of cash, but still owns about 3.1 billion, so they're technically bankrupt in a way. Best Buy obviously has a good demand that they're expecting. Obviously Black Friday, so it makes a lot of sense. Seems like the Iger news with respect to Disney, is definitely a positive one, but ultimately seeing the executions of how it's going to play out going forward is something that we need to also gauge going forward, right? We, the pump that we saw yesterday on Disney is basically by the rumor, which we understand that Iger is going to be the CEO, but we might also have to sell the news type of affectation, right? Because none of the things that we tactically have laid out so far, the reconstruction plan, the departure, the succession plan going forward, nothing has really kind of baked in so far. So, I would say yesterday was more just a hype news, like people buy the hype, on, knowing the fact that Bob Iger, he is an iconic executive that has performed well with the transformations of Disney, knowing the fact that he did initialize the Disney Plus, and the theme park, resiliency and sustainability during the COVID downturn, obviously, right? So let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. With respect to recording time of 9:41 a.m. on the Eastern time, we are at 1119, up 1.20% so far. Daily right now, it is again gliding, looking to land at the exact level. Like, I'm not even kidding. You see that green candle, the very minimal green candle has met with exactly the level that we identified. But is that it with respect to the sell-off? Let's just take a look, right? Weekly, it is looking to fuse together. So it seems like we're getting closer and closer and closer. So I think ideally going down to 1050, going down to, even breaking 1,000 to, again, right, be prepared, 785 to 550 would be impossibility if we hear some negative news. With this Thanksgiving holiday affectation and things like that. And obviously the CPI report that's coming out, weeks away, and the FOMC meeting, that's something also we need to consider. The monthly, it is looking to glide, so it's not terrible, right? So we know that months away we will be higher in comparison to current level. Bitcoin as well, monthly, it is looking quite, gliding, landing. Still look like we still have some runway to take off or land from. So there seems like still some runway for us to kind of go down from. And with respect to the monthly, no, weekly, you could see that we still have some room to glide down to. And then with respect to the daily, it is looking like a soft landing as well. So seeing 15,500, which we have clearly talked about, but seeing lower level to 13,500 to 12,500 would not be out of the picture. Something to also think about. Okay. So appreciate you. Have a good Tuesday. I have a lot of back-to-back meetings today, so I will, obviously be at home today, but I'll also keep an eye out on all the catalysts that we'll be expecting going forward. If there's anything that specific that jumps off the page, I will be right here supporting. So have a good day and take care. Bye.